happy it's Thursday.
Disadvantage and unfairness is just, it is true. Not everybody started at the exact same place. Some people were dealt a much worse hand than others. But what somebody, again, this person gave me a very good piece of advice and said, no matter what hand you were dealt, you have the responsibility to play it as well as you can.
So happy it's Thursday.
All you had to do was pay us enough to live. All you had to do was pay us enough to fucking live. All you had to do was pay us enough to live. There goes your inventory.
So happy it's Thursday.
United Health Group is poised to break financial records this year. The company's overall revenue soared past $299 billion through September, a record high from $277 billion last year.
So happy it's Thursday.
Can't do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Punch Up Pod with Lila and Pat. So happy it's Thursday.
Indeed.
How are you?
I am good. It's toasty and sack, and I've been in an attic a lot of the day, so
Oof.
it's nice to be home with a beer and some good lefty friends.
I agree, especially because we missed everybody yesterday. A belated happy birthday, Pat. You don't look a day over 29.
Yeah, who would guess I'm 32? It's crazy.
What? 32? My goodness, you do not look it at all. Thank you, Jay, for saying that. I love it too. Pat edited it together and came up with the concept. He did a very, very good job. I love it.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I use Wondershare.
Yeah.
Which I don't recommend. The program works great, but they are a scammy company that always tries to add on these things. And you're like, why did I get billed for that? And I got to contact them every week with something new like that.
Yeah. They're all doing that. We're all just renters. Right. I mean, truly, it's like everything's a subscription service. And if you want this, it's an add-on. Oh, wait, you mean in your editing software, you wanted to be able to add music? Like, come on. Like each thing. David, hi. Yes, it was crazy not to be here yesterday. It's actually thrown off my whole. I'm already like, I have a hard time remembering what day of the week it is, but it's actually been amplified. Hi, Holly and Myra, David. Hello. I'm saying your names out loud. Oh, Holly, that's so nice. Ron posted anti-fascist pasta night in San Pedro. Just everyone singing Bella Ciao. I love that. It was such a nice night. I have to go take a look where he posted that. Dana, hello. I am so sorry about your headache, I see, but thank you for joining us for as long as you're able. And Wally, I just wanted to say hi to all of our friends and Gwen. Josh is kind of a friend.
Hello.
What democracy? We missed you. You're back. Hello. Or are you saying democracy's back? We fixed the system. We fixed
That democracy has been long gone.
We just need to vote for 3 more Democrats. Carl's hello. Okay, I think we've almost welcomed everybody. Lee, how are you? Sissa Madejo, birthdays 1. We actually had a show on my birthday.
Right. So, yeah, we did.
Yeah,
we did.
We've only taken 1 day off. We get 1 day of vacation. The runs, hello. We know you love the S.H.I.T shows. That is.
Thank you all for the birthday love. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's so funny as you get older that like, if it doesn't happen on the day, or if you don't throw yourself a big party, it's kind of, I don't know, non-eventful. I celebrated your birthday probably harder than you did last night. I was definitely overserved.
Well, so my brother's birthday is on the 23rd, and so we always get together and tag team them. We did it last week mostly, right?
Right.
I'm so old, I forgot my nephew shares my birthday. He's born on the July 29th, and I went to our three-way birthday party without a gift for my fucking nephew. Like,
Did you have a gift for your brother?
yeah,
Oh no.
and not my nephew. I'm like, because in my mind, I'm just like, it's my brother's birthday. I wasn't thinking about it being mine even. Like, I was just
right,
like,
right.
Anyway, my dad's birthday's coming up, so we, it's not a big
So did
deal.
you say, no, I ordered you something really special. I put a rush on it. It just has not come yet.
Well, yeah, I could have tried that one, but I also could have tried. I met him in the middle. The easy option would have been to take the gift card my brother gave me and slide it right over to my nephew. But I didn't do that. I'm gonna get him a special gift card, totally different.
Okay. That was much more difficult to find.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I am thinking that we should start.
Why not? It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
Let's have a shit show. Okay, we'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Here we go. Okay. Please, as always, just a reminder to like, share, subscribe, and smash that notification bell. We appreciate it truly, truly. So thank you. And let's get right to our cheers. Okay, so this was the Manhattan Institute dinner with some of the worst capitalist billionaire types in the world being incessantly heckled by people on the streets of New York.
All 5 of you bitches. Pay your fair share of taxes, you rich Don't be afraid of the people.
That dress is hideous. We need health care. Not another billionaire. We need health care. Not another billionaire. You took our health care. You took it away.
Somebody gets in your way, police have to protect you!
Eat the rich! Eat the rich! Barbecue and eat the rich! The rich! Barbecue and eat the rich! The rich! Barbecue and eat the rich!
Yeah, I mean, it is sort of another Met Gala. Listen, I know that it really doesn't do anything because they're not capable of being shamed, honestly, but I love it anyway. I love the energy of it.
Yeah, maybe the actual billionaires aren't, but the people that go with them to these things, it's kind of eye-opening, I think, like, you're hating.
Yeah.
Everybody hates you, and I'm here sucking you up to you. And I love that all 5 of you bitches. That was my favorite comment. Like, all 5 of you bitches. Talking to you. Talking to you.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I want them to feel pathetic and small. I just think it probably just like further solidifies their hatred of us anyway. But they should feel something.
But like, it wasn't that long ago where the Met Gala was praised, and it was like, our culture has changed from like this, like, oh great, you must be very smart because you're rich, to you're probably a piece of shit.
Yeah,
you're probably just flat out a piece of shit.
Yeah,
and that part is in the open now, and supported by a lot more people than it was just 5 years ago, especially 10 years ago.
I think you're right. I mean, yeah, I don't think people are talking about good billionaires anymore. Though even libs wouldn't say that, right? I don't think they'd say. They might feel it, they might think it, but yeah. And I think good.
Well, I think the celebrity culture of highlighting these billionaires has really exposed them, and Elon being the front and center billionaire, and we're just like, everyone can look at him and say, is this really, did he really earn this place? What, the government's giving him all this shit, and that's what he has to say? Oh, and he's a Nazi?
Yeah.
And interesting. Maybe billionaires aren't smart. Maybe Tesla's not his invention.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. And they can't look to anybody else and think, oh, but that's the good one, you know?
Right.
And I also think what Susan's pointing out, like anytime anybody talks about, quantifying what a billion actually is, like how many days of making $10,000 a minute it would take to become a billionaire. Like it's back when the dinosaurs were here or something. I'm making that up. But, when my kids were little, I think it was in first grade, they do the 100 days project and they have to like do 100 of something just so they can kind of like see what 100 is. Cause that just feels massive when you're 5. Right. And I feel like the same thing with a billion. Like every time somebody shows like this stack is 1 million and this mile high mound is 1 billion, like it is impossible to earn $1 billion. We all know that, but I do think it's important to really understand how many people's lives you have to destroy to accumulate and hoard that amount of wealth. Yeah. All right. I know. Everybody's waiting for a little joy.
The gizmo.
Spin it. Here we go. All right. Close.
Am I cheesy?
Sorry, I have to get off that page. I have 2 different pages when I do all that kind of stuff. Okay, what do we have for our
yours?
All right.
Away.
We have we sang. I did not sing it. We already showed the rigging the system, the sub radio band, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay. So we're gonna do best democracy. If you're a billionaire, we have shown this woman's music before. She's awesome. Carsey Blanton. I think she was part of not the latest flotilla to Gaza, but the one before that. She's fantastic.
The Democrats won't save you if you're drowning. They won't help you if you are in pain. They'll ask you for your vote. They'll tell you they are broke. Then send a lot of money to Ukraine and also Israel. Republicans will obviously kill you, but at least you know where they are at. They'll shoot you in the head, make sure that you are dead. The Democrats will shoot you in the back and also in the balls. And this is the best democracy we've ever had anywhere. If you're a billionaire, boys, if you're a billionaire. Oh shit, oh dear, here comes another election year. I'd rather have a stick in both my eyes. We'll spend $1 billion, everybody screams and hollers, and either way, the planet fucking fries. And this is the best democracy we've ever had anywhere. If you're a billionaire, boys, if you're a billionaire, this is the best democracy we've ever had anywhere. If you're a billionaire, boys, if you're a billionaire.
What I love is just a few years ago, she maybe has been saying things like this all along, but a few years ago, if you compared Democrats unfavorably to Republicans in that way, there would not have been as big an audience for it. I'm not, maybe she's had it as big, but like it feels so exciting to hear other people say that out loud publicly, right?
Right. And, not that long ago, I would have been fighting with my family over it. Right. Even though my family's, they're Democrat to the core or left of that. But at the end of the day, they're like, you outsider lefties are kind of the problem a little bit. That's how they thought one time. And now that I think the Bernie experiment blew up in their faces in a way, as far as like, it showed their control. It showed they aren't democratic. It showed they care about winning and their donors more than they care about and then 2020 came along and it's like, well, you don't even care about winning, like the donors Trump winning, because you couldn't change your position on things that could have won the election for you, but your donors wouldn't have liked it. So you couldn't even pretend to like the things that we like. That's a whole nother level now.
I agree. I think even if just on the metric of what you gave us Trump twice, like even just that is, I mean, I think
which is
that woke a lot of people up.
Yeah, which is why Clyburn running around saying, oh, you guys let down Kamala again is like the last thing Democrats need to tell voters right now if they want to win.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Nobody there's a general consensus that the party needs to represent what we do. At least our normie Democratic friends recognize that, and then recognize that they're not.
Right.
They're not buying the excuses anymore.
I think so. I hope so. It does feel that way. So I'm going to take that and hope that as people become more educated about what's happening, they will fight harder.
Which I'm not trying to say that our Democratic friends are on board with us. They're not going to go to the protests. I mean, they're going to go to the protests maybe once in a while now, but they're not ready to blow up the whole system like they are.
Right. And they still admire Barack Obama. So
Barack Obama, greatest Democrat to ever walk this planet.
Hi, Jezen, and hi, Adria. Adria wrote a great piece. Extreme wildfires fueled by climate change are catastrophes caused by deliberate starvation of public services. You can follow her on her Substack. I retweeted her piece. It's great and makes the case that the only way to attack our climate catastrophe is to defund the ruling class and embark on a socialist approach to an international socialist approach to climate. And, it's interesting. We're going to talk about some AI slop stuff and APAC and all that. But, just as with everything, we need international solidarity to combat all of the evils. We just do. Like, it can't just be that we only put the guardrails on worker protections, not that we do, but then import stuff from another country that doesn't have those same, right? Like that was the whole NAFTA issue. Not only are we going to export all of our factories and manufacturing bases, but we're also now going to steal people's labor at an even higher cost. So, yeah.
And it's such a struggle because we've faced, the climate change had the whole world unified in saying this is a problem we need to fight.
Yeah.
But then that faded away.
Yep.
Because, both parties here are taking a lot of sweet oil money. But then we had COVID, and it was like the COVID showed that, we all do this. We all need to come together to stop the transmission of a virus. And then capitalism said, no, we got to get back to work. And then that's already completely fell apart.
Everywhere. I met, the reason we didn't have a show truly, I'm going to take the blame, was so maybe Vendejo is right. I am the one who has taken more days off, but I went to San Francisco to see an old college friend who was in from Berlin, and we had a wonderful time. I was the only person wearing a mask anywhere. It's just like nobody cares. They're done. They're just done. I don't know. It's just very sad. Okay, this is if you got 10,000 a week for 20 days a month. I thought it was even longer than that. So, I mean, I love this statistic also, but I need to look it up more because there was one that like made my jaw drop even more. But that's still obscene. I mean, it's obviously obscene. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I just keep things simplified. And how long until I pay off my student debt? And then I just stop thinking about it because it's just never going to happen.
Yeah, that's how we are with our credit card debt. It's really, it is quite an emotional burden. Stephen, I believe you. I'm just looking for the one that was like, wow, that's crazy. But I totally believe you. I understand. Okay, let's get to freedom hollers because that's what our country is all about in the end. Obviously what's happening is Trump is wildly unpopular and the Iran war is lost. He just doesn't know how to exit it yet. So it looks like we're just going to keep escalating and bombing more people and destroying more lives and towns. And eventually, like, there'll be an even bigger nuclear arms race, because now it's going to be Saudi Arabia and Iran. And I mean, everybody's going to get back into mutually assured destruction. But domestically, because, you know, gas prices are high, grocery prices are high, rent is high, everybody's drowning in debt. The one winning theme that he has is those damn illegal immigrants. And he is now starting a program where it's Freedom Haulers, truly. Is this the one? Yes, here. Okay. Freedom Haulers. Illegal aliens who aren't proficient in English shouldn't be operating a commercial motor vehicle. American veterans should. U.S. Department of Labor is proud to partner with U.S. Department of Transportation on the new Freedom Haulers initiative to open new pathways for our nation's heroes and crack down on illegals taking these good-paying jobs. Don't miss the launch at White House later today. Fox did a splash, but then, like, the segment that they had of Trump wasn't very interesting. Not that anything of it really is, but it was like chaos at the border, all of the illegals who are entering, let's see Trump's solution, you know, and basically it's just to target migrants, immigrants, and people who don't speak English, and to pit the group who's kind of been very forceful and vocal about how disgusting ICE is, which is veterans or, you know, military, against them. So here we are. Here we are.
Yeah, and I don't know that veterans, I don't know that that's the transition we want. Like long hauling big semis, people fresh out of the military with a lot of PTSD, a lot of it seems like a bad fit to me. Just saying it.
Yeah, they're gonna decrease. So it's for people who have driven this category of vehicle in the military, but it's also going to decrease the wait period and the training period. And exactly what you're saying, that feels unfortunate, just practically. But I also do think
obviously
that, like,
the part that matters is you're taking, you know,
yeah,
you're blaming immigrants for everything.
Exactly.
That's the whole thing.
Obviously. Exactly. Yeah. So that's where he's going. I mean, you know, there's just not a ton to say about these awful people, really, as, you know, again, like, this is what the economy looks like. I have 100 graphics in here. These are grocery prices. They're up 33% since 2020. Now, of course, 4 of those years were under Biden, and the last 2 or 1.5 are under Trump. But that was what he ran on, was he was going to lower those prices. And not only that, global oil prices are at $100 a barrel for the first time in, you know, 2 months. And it's just going to get much, much worse, because we've gone through almost all of our reserve petroleum supply, and there's no way to catch up.
And when it comes to the economy, you know, we look at the economists look at the economy on the health of our country's economy, which has nothing to do whatsoever with how we are living as middle class or lower citizen.
Right.
Now, when you look at the costs of housing, gas, grocery shopping, like, that's what our whole check goes to now anyway. So when those go up a third, if your paycheck doesn't go up a third, you're worse off.
And it never does.
And we're all so much worse off. And that's if you have a job, and you know, so the economy is punitive more than ever to anybody who's not already rich. And all the people that are already rich, you know, the stock market can do okay for them, but that's something that if you're middle class or lower, you can't gamble on the stocks. You don't have the money to put aside to make more money. Money makes money.
Exactly. Yeah. And meanwhile, like, this just came out. I didn't even know that Trump was doing this. They're going around DC and gold plating statues. You know, and it's not, I mean, it's millions of dollars, but it's also like everything looks like Vegas with him. It's crazy. I mean, look at this. Oh, 5 million. But I mean, still like $5 million, right? And the East Wing and everything like has signs on it, like you're at Mar-a-Lago, or I mean, I don't know. Everything just feels so ticky-tacky and ostentatious at a time where people are really suffering. I don't know. And, again, I just have to say, like, watching the fervor over going to war and knowing that the party of opposition is doing nothing about it, except for goading him on. And even the people who, condemn the illegal war, when they're asked, well, then will you vote against his military package, his Pentagon budget? Well, I can't commit to that. I mean, there's so few people who are pointing out that they say, well, money we're spending there is money we're not spending here. That, whatever your feelings of MMT or whatever, but like that is a message that resonates. And it's amazing to me that it's mostly people who are not yet in Congress who are talking that way. So I really hope that when they get there, they continue that. I don't know why. I do have more faith in this next group of people coming in, but like, I don't know why I should. I just like, they feel more immersed in the actual ideology.
I have faith that they're going to be a little bit of a thorn in the side of the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
But that's like, we can't really hope for much more from them than that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we could fantasize about it, but
yeah,
I'm just saying, let's be realistic about what they're going to do within the party. They're not going to even hit Tea Party level of obstruction. So they're just going to be nuisances.
Yeah.
They're going to keep our views on the outside a little more centered and not have them just disappear overnight like AOC and company did. That's about what we're going to get from these guys.
I hope that they use more of the Shama Sawan approach.
I mean, they can. The public will be receptive as all hell to it.
Yeah.
Because she has the right approach. I mean, that's why they're getting elected, because they're getting elected because they are like pointing at the Democrats and saying, look at how that is on my team. And I don't want to be a part of that. I am different than that. I'm not the same as that.
I agree. You and I talked a little bit, but Shama was on Breaking Points on Monday.
Right.
I thought she was great. It was a really interesting setup where it felt like they were just haranguing her about, why are you critical of DSA? Which is a strange, it felt very like when Bernie was running and people would say, well, why, but you're not even a real Democrat. Why are you running within the Democratic Party if you're an independent? Why, would you vote for Hillary then if she ends up being the nominee? Like, it felt very like they were trying to get her on her back foot and constantly make her have to justify. Yeah.
I do think that was, Crystal's objective specifically.
Yeah.
But even in that, even knowing she went in there, that was their objective, she came out winning the argument. So go ahead, have her on and approach it from I'm pro DSA, anti, extremist beyond that.
Yeah.
And she can handle herself. She had a great interview.
She did. And I had a clip up here and I don't see it now. All right. Well, I'll load it. It's a short clip, but because the point that she makes in this clip is actually really salient. Why can't I find it? All right. Weird. Sorry, I'm just going to get this in here. I don't know why it wasn't there initially. I am hopeful as I see Democrats be so petty and openly shitty towards this new crop of DSA people, as there was another screed that David Axelrod put out today. I have a feeling they're taking it more personally and will feel much more comfortable pushing back on the Democrats and being like open revolt and not try to get along. They're not going to be like a mama bear.
No, I think you're right. I think we're going to get some there'll be some obstructive moments where they gather together and say, we have enough votes to stop this thing. We want to change it in this way. money out of politics will be front and center. They, you know, it's not that it's a bad thing, but I agree with Shama Sawant in her assessment of the situation, in that, you know, if you go into these positions thinking I'm going to leverage every bill to get a little bit lucky because that's what we want and that's a win, it's not enough. That things are too dire. You need to go in and say, I'm going to get the most out of calling you fucking sellouts out, and by name, and that's going to get more to change things than just like, hey, I'm going to stop your little bill if you don't, you know, do this or that, or around the fringes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right. That's crazy. I didn't know that they didn't have her name on it. And obviously, yes, I did see when they had Adam Smith on there. I did notice, Holly, that Crystal kept saying Kashama. And I just feel like, come on, like she has to know how she pronounces her name. And also like her partner, her co-host is Sagar. And when people come on and mispronounce his name all the time, I find it so disrespectful. It's not that hard. I'm sure she notices that happens. So it's hard for me to believe that that wasn't intentional. I just, come on. Also, because you see a name that's an unusual name that you don't, you know, it's not Mary or John or whatever. So I think that she is conscientious enough, probably typically, to ask the person, how do we pronounce your name? Which is like, we do that if we have somebody, like, you would always do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I lean on defending her a little bit in that area. I mean,
yeah, all right.
Because I'm terrible with names, and you know, I need to post it on my. I mean, look, I'm just we're just a little podcast. If I'm on her show, I'm going to put a post-it on my screen, and I'm never going to fuck her name up, right? So I agree with you on that. But
yeah. All right. Well, let's watch this one clip. Again, if for those of the people who didn't see it, there was almost nothing about what are your policies, what are you running on, what we did have Adam Smith on, but like, what are your major points of contention? There was nothing about really the race. It was all about, why are you criticizing these DSA people? So this is her response.
That is the most near-term, most important thing.
Don't you think Abdullah Syed, Milat Kiros, Daria Liza, Vila Chevalier, don't you think that Claire Valdez, don't you think that they will be an important part of securing that victory?
I mean, like I said, the consciousness and the anger of the working class that has propelled them to victory absolutely is the central component. But and I agree with you that right now there's so much pressure on the Democratic Party that they're having to maneuver around it. But but those are not the metrics. That is why you have to use the correct metrics. Yes, those are important developments. But the question is, what is actually going to end military aid to Israel? That is where the rubber hits the road. And that is why I'm saying that, yes, this movement is a threat, but the direction in which many of the DSA leaders are taking it, that is not what's going to yield the victories that we need, because that's not what's happened so far. Because we have seen a genocide actually come into existence at the same time that more DSA nominated, DSA endorsed people were being elected. That is the example I'm using, concrete example, to show that actually what you are going to need. And so,
I mean, to me, that sort of says it all for the squad. It doesn't say about the people coming in. I do think that, I hope that they will be more vocal, but I think, apart from Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib, who were very forceful from the beginning about what was happening and were censured for it and all that kind of stuff, I think that's
she handled
a real indictment.
Yeah. And I mean, the crux of her argument was that DSA has more wins than your movement, right? So she made the argument that she made the similarity. She's like, Shama Sawant's strategy is to embed yourself in the party or embed yourself in politics and be a thorn in the Democratic Party's side and call them out by name. And DSA strategy is more like work within and negotiate and make friendships, and then you can compromise and find deals. And she says that strategy seems to be winning where your strategy doesn't.
Right.
But where she's wrong is that, like, nobody's running on Shama's strategy. Nobody has proven it like she has. There just isn't the grassroots support, but like the DSA has sort of become a commercial product that's a little part of the Democratic Party. And so you got the Ryan Grimms of the world, the Crystal Balls of the world that are just like, yeah, we're working in the real world where we can't really change things is kind of their mindset at the end of the day. And Shamma's is like, we can't just like send 20 less bombs to Israel and call that a win. We have to stop the fucking war.
Right. Yeah. And also, but like Shamma, I mean, yeah, Shamma has had wins, right? And she had wins by being the only one person. And obviously it's, you know, different. It's a smaller pool to inspect, but still, like, her approach has been successful. And the truth is, I can't name a single thing that AOC has gotten for us.
Yeah. And the reality is 5 Shamma Sawants will do more than 50 DSA politicians. So that's the metric. Yes, it's harder to get Shamma Sawants in there, but we need 50 Shamma Sawants.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and having her on more media is great.
That's how you get there.
Yeah. And instead of, you know, waiting for the real left people to keep haranguing you to have her on after you have on her opponent, and then kind of being assholes to her the whole time. And at one point, like, you know, Shamma was angry because we should all be angry. Like, this is hideous. What is happening in our country, in our world? It's horrific. And, but, you know, so at a certain point, there was like the split 3 screen columns, and it was Ryan, and then Shamma's in the middle, and Crystal, and Shamma's just going on because she's like, enough with this, like the pablum of, don't you think they will, but they have all of these kinds of wins. And also, by the way, one thing that I thought was important that Crystal did point out is that Mamdani has had some wins by negotiating with, you know, Kathy Hochul and by endorsing Jeffries. You know, his situation is a little different from people in Congress, right? Because he has to get funding from, you know, fucking Capitol. Anyway, Hochul, Albany. But you know, she's Crystal made a point of like, well, but look at the rent control for 1 million people that he just got. And Sean was like, that's great. But again, that's just like one thing. That's not going to fix it. Like, you can get a concession here, a concession there, but we need to overhaul the system, because if what you keep doing is trying to negotiate your way to sort of decrease the suffering of people, but you're not fixing the system, you're always playing catch up. Like, that's not the way actually to govern.
Absolutely. And you need to be so obstructionist and clear about it, because as she stated several times in the interview, the Democratic Party is going to adapt. Yeah. They're going to pretend to be Shamma Sawants to get elected. Right? They're going to find a way to do like, okay, let's do 10% more good on housing, and then this other area nobody's paying attention to, we can do 50% more profiting for our donors over there.
Exactly.
So it's never a big structural problem. It's a bill here, a bill there, a thing, you know, around, you know, making small improvements to things. Yeah. And you have to say, no, we're going to piss off every fucking donor in the party because the public deserves health care.
I mean, I truly, you know, I could see what was happening. It felt like watching Bernie being interviewed in 2016. I could see them just kind of be like, she's making my skin crawl. Like, she is so vitriolic and she's angry and she can't just ever say that these people are good, and she's splitting and I could see them just be like, and go dead eye, like, okay, we're going to tolerate you until it's over. Thank you. And then when she left, they're like, well, that was interesting. You don't say that about somebody you consider an ally. Like, they didn't even say that about Adam Smith.
And look, that's my beef with DSA in general, is like, there's no world where DSA, if it stands for what it pretends to stand for, should see people on its left as their enemies or opposition. Like, you should say, hey, we're in this lane. I love your shit, but we're doing our shit here. Yeah. We're going to be the work with the party people. You be left of us and more aggressive. That helps us work with the party. Yep. You know, it should be synergy among those two teams of people. Yeah. And there is some truth in what DSA and what, you know, I believe in Crystal's philosophy of what DSA is trying to do as well. Like, I think there's some merits to both, right?
I agree.
I'm not exclusively burn it down, but
no, I agree.
But don't silence the burn it down. If you're the DSA, you need the burn it down people to be even louder to help your cause.
Yes. That's like we loud people on the outside, whatever, become the excuse to get shit done. To say like, if we don't silence these people, or if we don't like satisfy these people, they're not going to go silent. They're going to fucking come after everybody with pitchforks. Like, I don't know. Yeah. So it just felt like a lot of contempt for her, which started honestly with calling her Kashama. Like, come on.
But in the big picture, I think people that watch that, they're used to seeing Crystal go pretty hard at people, right? I mean, I guess, I don't know what I'm trying to put my thoughts together on it. Like,
I've seen her go hard on people who are like pro-genocide.
I think her audience sided with Shama in the debate. So I think that's good. Like, I think they saw Crystal sort of like unhappy with that. And they're like, maybe Crystal's not the leftist I think she is.
Right? Do you think so?
I kind of do.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea what her audience thinks. I have no idea. Anyway, it just, and by the way, she's had her on before, right? We showed a clip from 2021. I think that probably the pressure of Shama being on with Brianna Joy Gray and with Katie Halper, I'm sure that Crystal watched at least a little bit of it or got a call or something from them. Like, she's heard Shama's name before. Anyway, okay. Well, this makes me, that makes me happy. I mean, it could just, whatever. Anyway, all right.
I think we just need to look at Crystal in her place. She was an MSNBC pundit. I mean, so she's always been eager for real lefty progressive cred. She married Kyle Kalinske, of all people, who used to be like super progressive lefty guy. Now she's pulled him right. So they're both a little more like centristy than they were before. But so I don't know.
I just don't like the mean
I think
girls
she was
thing,
under pressure
for
the left actually coming at her, and she's like, no, the lefty cred is why I sort of live in this middle ground. That's my money. My bread maker is I'm the lefty crowd, even though I'm sort of demi-left. I'm demi-left crowd, so I can't ignore it. There's too much heat on me from it. We got to have her on, and they had her on.
All right, but then I think, and listen, I'm fine. Like, she does push with her guests often. She pushes back, which I love. I think that's great, but it didn't feel. It felt in bad faith a little bit to me, but I hear what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying it was good faith. I just think at the end of the day, like, hey, if you want to give a platform to someone like Shama and you're going to be aggressive about it, great. She's going to handle herself okay because she's right on the merits. And that's, I think, what people watching the interviews are going to come away with most of the time. Yeah. Even if you're a dick to her.
Yeah, I agree. I love her. I just love her integrity. I think she's great. Okay, but now we're going to switch to Michigan because their elections are coming up on Tuesday. We're hearing a lot about the electability. We're back to electability of Abdel El-Sayed, that, Rogers is his name, wants it to be Abdul El-Sayed. That's why, he's doing so well. Everybody who supports Abdul is a plant or something, or a Republican plant. But all this money that's getting poured into Haley Stevens in the primary will leave her for the general, whether she's the nominee or not, because AIPAC, of course, would rather have a Republican there than Haley Stevens. But anyway, right?
Yeah, no, they're going to spend that exact same money again against him in the general. I mean, they're going to.
Yeah. Right. But if Haley wins, if she were to win, right, because she keeps making this case that he's not electable, she is, that money dries up if it's between her and the Republican, right?
Yeah, they don't care. Who cares? It's the same person.
Yeah. But they would rather have somebody who won't have any pressure from his own voters, or not as much pressure as a Democrat would, right? Like, so it's just going to go away. But anyway, this guy is a professor of economics at University of Michigan. And this new poll that just came out from Emerson, Abdul El-Sayed at 54% to Haley Stevens at 39%. And here we're getting that same, like, you know, if it's Bernie, Trump will beat him kind of bullshit. I'm going to put my foot down and say that if this is the result, next Tuesday, Michigan Dems will lose a Senate seat, and they should, and probably their chance of taking back the Senate, meaning at the very least 2 more years of Trump shaping the judiciary of the country. So once again, the whole reason that they don't like him is because he's anti-genocide. I mean, truly, that's like, they cannot.
Yeah.
It's just like ghoulish. Truly.
Well, they want, look, he's going to win the primary. It's done, right? I mean, obviously, if you're in Michigan, go vote. Don't take anything for granted.
Don't suppress the vote, Pat.
Yeah, but he's going to win, right? So he's going to win, and then where they're at. So Democrats are going to try to stop him. They're going to sort of undermine him with the little, you know, hey, did you hear about the story about it? Oh, rumor, you know.
Yep.
And so they're planting to see that he can't win the general, which that's the Hail Mary of the primary is, right. Like, you know, oh, you're going to lose to a Republican.
Yep.
But we've had 10 years of this message, and like it's baked into his support that people don't believe that message.
Yep.
So it's not going to work.
Well, and because also, I mean, you know, flipping back to Washington State, when Adam Smith, we showed this clip from, you know, we showed it last week, but it was from 2024, saying he was criticizing Biden for being upset that the establishment were coming after him and telling him to get out. And he was like, well, that's what we did in 2020 for you. We weren't scared that Bernie couldn't beat Trump. We were scared that he could. And Adam Smith says that. Like, he said those words out loud. We rigged the primary for you, Joe Biden. We all did that. We all talked about it, the ruling elite in the Democratic class. And we were worried that Bernie might actually win. And so we all closed ranks around you. And now we're going to do that to get you out of the primary because we don't think that you'll be, you know, like, I don't know. Like, everybody knows that it's all a rigged system. It's just very frustrating. And then they make these specious lies, like Democrat Representative Hillary Scholten from Michigan talking about how he's deeply sexist, Abdul El-Sayed.
There is a uniquely sexist bent to the things that he has said about women, right? He said that Congresswoman Stevens couldn't string 2 sentences together, that, you know, she was sort of an empty vessel. When comparing her and her other female Democratic primary opponent, Mallory McMurrow, he said essentially there's no difference between the 2 candidates. One just has better comms and more charisma. It's one thing to attack your opponent because of the substance of their issues. It's another thing to engage in what are deeply, deeply sexist attacks.
First of all, I don't know how that's sexist. Also, he's right. I don't even understand what the issue is. How is that sexist? You're an empty suit. And there is no difference between Mallory McMurrow and, there's probably a little bit of difference. It's like the difference between
Coke and Pepsi.
Yeah, whatever. But functionally, materially, no real difference for the working class. Yeah. I mean, here's a
It feels to me like they're ginning up reasons to tank him in the general now. That's the new phase, is just like, yeah, he's gonna win, but he can't win. We're gonna make sure he doesn't win, and I cannot support him because remember, we all called him sexist before he won his primary. So that's he's sexist. He's you know, anti-Semite. Like, I can't
feel so angry.
Sorry, too much.
Yep. I mean, honestly, it's and she's already said that she won't support him if he wins. Yep.
Well, I won't support her if she's drowning in a lake. So we're good.
She's like, high five. All right. Should we spin really quickly before we go on? I know I never have to ask.
I have a slap and tickle. I haven't had a slap and tickle in a while.
Look at you go. Happy birthday. That's good. I hair of the dog and all of that It was a rough night last night, but I'm going to catch up here. All right, I will take that pour and double it. All right, here we go.
God's talking to you.
I feel like if maybe I should just choose an LOL and do Haley Stevens.
There you go.
Come on, God.
We'll give it.
I can just manifest things with my wish. Okay, this was not wrapped. Sorry, my fault. But anyway, this is a parody of Haley Stevens. This is Eric Seymour.
Free healthcare for Israel. I'm a fighter for the IDF. Black people love me. What's up, fam? My commitment to you, Israel. People make fun of how I talk. To stick it to them, $3 billion to Israel. AIPAC. You really want a communist? Blech! Choose a sellout instead. I'm not saying a Muslim shouldn't be in office, but more jobs for ICE. Only I can beat a Republican. Why? I am one. I made history as the most funded by AIPAC. I love the people of AIPAC.
It's also real.
It's
so
pretty
very,
good.
Very real.
And just as a reminder, when Haley Stevens is asked if there should be any conditions for aid to Israel, let's hear how she responds 3 years into a genocide and 80 years into an occupation.
Do you think there should be conditions on the aid the United States sends to Jerusalem and Tel Aviv?
Absolutely not. I'm not for conditions, particularly in this circumstance. That's what detractors of Israel are pushing for. And we have a country, a very close ally of the United States, the only democracy in the Middle East that has been attacked, that's in the middle of a war, that is reckoning with their own civilians being taken hostage and put into terrible situations. We have Iran knocking on the door, chomping at the bits here to see this destruction of Israel. We need to put our money where our mouth is. We need to support our ally. We should have done this yesterday. I'm pushing to provide the aid to Israel, continue to support the funding for the Iron Dome, which is technology that prevents those missiles that are being fired at Israel every single day from harming more civilians.
I mean, if I was going to work at a job and I'm the interview and I sucked Israel's ass that much, like, can
you imagine?
Like you're out to get the public's vote, and here you are, like, just lobbying for. I hit every talking point. Does she have a bonus structure where it's like if you hit these 5 bullets in your interview, we'll give you another $10 million?
I mean, it does feel like it. Like, it's the only democracy in the Middle East. There are only they're in a rough neighborhood. They're just like pulling out all the hits, right? Yeah. I mean, if we had a democracy, she absolutely would not win. I know you keep saying, and like, I'm not taking a bet with you the way you still owe me on a couple, but they are so nefarious that I just get nervous about what could happen.
Okay, but he's up in their own polling. He's up like 12-13% or something like that. The election's on Tuesday. Progressives overperform the polling because the polling is being a little bit manipulated, and they underestimate the outrage from people who don't answer these polls, who are just not used to showing up to elections, but they're just so mad they're showing up.
Right.
And someone like him has more representation in there. So he's going to outperform. He's going to win handily, probably bigger than those numbers.
I hope so. The way I manifested on the wheel, and it's not because, I think he seems great. He really does. But it's not because I think like, oh, that's going to fix everything. The more these wins occur, the more it negates the Democratic establishment's, line of it doesn't, oh, that's only New York. It's only California. Oh, it's only Bernie bros. Oh, it's only racist white people. Oh, it's only,
yeah. And even if you were like, if you truly believed Shama's, version of politics and said, hey, this, and he's not even DSA, but like, if you're like, hey, it's not enough to just sort of work with the party, there's still a ton of value in those wins to show where the public is and that the public's views can get someone elected.
Yeah.
Right. And Shama, for all Crystal's hammering her on it, she conceded that there's, look, this is important. It's a moment in time. It shows where the public is and that we have some power, basically.
That's the thing I love, because they kept trying to make it seem like she wasn't happy that these DSA candidates were winning. And that's not what she was saying. She was like, I support them. I support when good things happen for the working class. And when Mamdani gets something, like, it's great that the rent freeze is happening. I don't think that that's enough. Like, that's not.
No. And she said, look, take any of these people. I will be out there on an issue by issue thing on their side speaking.
Yeah. Exactly.
And she proved that, like, she lives in Seattle. I met her a couple months ago or 6 months ago or so in Sacramento, speaking with Butch Ware. She's not a Green Party member.
Yep. Yeah.
She will join any coalition on an issue and fight harder than all of them.
I agree. And she did just get endorsed by a Green Party of some state. I'm not sure which it was, but and also there's Francesca Wong in Wisconsin who's running for governor and seems to be running away with it. I don't know if she's DSA or pure socialist, how she calls herself. But she has Fox freaking out, and then when they talk about her, everything they put up there, everybody's like, that sounds awesome.
Scary graph.
These are her tweets now in the past. June 4th, 2020, defund police, defund police, defund police, defund police. July 11th, abolish ICE. It goes on, abolish the Senate. Police exist to uphold white supremacy. Defund, then abolish. Reform can't be an option. And now you're like, no, we don't really want to go that way. It's already that way, Mark. I mean, I don't know anybody who's going to say, oh, no, she's had a change of heart. She ran on this.
Good.
And what happened when she ran on it? She's going to win on it.
I mean, nobody wants the police or ICE killing people in the streets. There was a world we had before ICE was even established, right? Now all of a sudden they're necessary.
And like, there's no reason to be a Democrat who is like not for abolishing ICE flat out.
Yeah.
Like, take other issues and say abolish police. Okay, you can soften that, scares the public or whatever. But it's so easy to say we didn't have ICE a while ago. We can give this stuff back to the groups that aren't fucking Nazis.
Yeah.
Right? That's not a hard message to get out. You don't need $1 billion in branding to come up with your slogan to stop that.
I mean, and the part about Haley Stevens, who voted to she was part of some congressional bill to congratulate or thank ICE. I mean, just so wildly out of touch with her base. Like, that should matter on some level, but AIPAC is a hell of a drug, I guess. The abolish ICE or abolish the Senate was from, and I kind of love that she hasn't taken it down, but this was from 2021, and it was how Democratic the Senate was, and I think this was for the impeachment of Trump, right? Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, 57 senators voting to convict represents nearly 70%. Yet the senators who represent 30% got their way. So, clearly, once again, we are not living in a democracy, the greatest the democracy in the Middle East, the only democracy in the Middle East, and the greatest democracy in the history. It's not the system we are enjoying at this moment.
Yeah. I love who cropped that image. It was probably like a Fox guy or something, because they cropped out how many retweets there were. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
To show the popularity of it. Like, it was probably a tweet that blew up back in the day.
Right.
It's like, never show that people like these things.
Okay, wait. I I thought maybe I was looking because I thought maybe you meant on the newsreel from Fox that I showed. I clipped that because
from her actual tweet.
I did that today.
You fucking boomer.
I know I'm an idiot. Because I always want to. I know, but I always want to show. I did. Yeah. I'm gonna have to find it again. I'm such an asshole. I mean, normally I just want to see the date because I feel like I want to make sure that like everything is preserved historically the way it's supposed to be. But of course, I should have done that. I'm gonna go back and look. That's very funny. Yeah. Some Fox. What did you say? Some Fox asshole did it. Guilty.
Some boomer Fox person.
Whoopsie daisy. All right. I'm going to spin the wheel because then we're going to go to all the Apex stuff, right?
Do the wheel. Yes.
All right. What kind of asshole clipped it without showing retweets and likes? Almost got there. I got the wheel giveth. Okay, 1 second. My glasses being bigger and bigger. 1 second. Okay, another song. And I have more. I have a bunch. Lynn, if you're out there, thank you for so many suggestions. Okay. Remove. Although I don't know if this one actually is, because this is something that we had up before. This is the two that we have here now are yours. Do you know which one's more fitting?
I don't know. Rain McKay.
Let's do it.
Rain. See, this is why I don't judge people when they say Kashama instead of Shama.
If Rain McMay were on, you would.
I would probably know how to pronounce their name. You're right.
I bet. Okay.
Here's Rain McMay.
That is why the man said this revolution will be telepathic.
Generate my smoking camels with you, get a rich mindset. Hey, Jesus, hold my beer, let's turn this kingdom to 11. Don't mind the mess, I had to make some room for my possessions. Instead of sins, instead of 7. Hark the heralds, angels sing. Glory to the newborn King. Hark the heralds, angels sing. From an antique land who said 2 bastards shrunken slaves of stone stands in the desert, in amongst the lone and level sand. I wasn't listening. If he tried to make a point, I might have missed it. Could have asked, but I realised at last it was my turn to talk, and I really want to hit him with the future's techno-feudal. God keep Google, that's approval. No bread, no service here, just YouTube shorts and instant noodles. Airbnb just purchased London for 6 trillion rubles. Yeah, bubbles burst, but we get frugal. Business as usual.
It's good. I'm glad that there was closed captions there because it's hard to understand, but the lyrics are good.
Yeah, the audio was kind of funky in that clip, but like it was a really interesting song. Like I like this guy, or I don't know, this person. Yeah.
I did too. I'm loading 2 more just because that one was short, but we can. This one's also short. Seth Stanton Watkins.
That is why the man said this revolution will be telepathic.
And we see the rich folks smiling at their galas and soirees as the children of Gaza, their mangled bodies laid. Their hungry eyes and blood-soaked hair still left out in the shade of the dimly shining eagle-lining pompous parade. Oh, raise your voice for humanity. Raise your voice to the indignity. Raise your voice for the thousands who've been slain. We sing the names for freedom yet to still be attained.
I love that. I love that kind of chanting class war kind of. Yeah, that's awesome. That's really good. All right, let's move into this crazy AI influence slop stuff. 2 different sort of big revelations or not revelations, but things going on this week. One was covered by Dropsite, a reporter at Dropsite. This is Brad Parscale, who was Trump's campaign advisor in his first, or somewhere in the administration, in his first staff, in his first regime, and had to register with FARA because he is quite literally working for the Israel government. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, a foreign agent.
That's all. Foreign. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wow. I mean, I just think it's kind of crazy to be able to be in a presidential administration while you are openly working for another country. Okay. I mean, anyway, it's ridiculous. I mean, like, don't we have law? I guess just because you announce it, it's like, no, I am corrupt and I do have dual loyalties, but now that I've stated it in the open, everything's kosher, as they say. Israel is spending millions of dollars to influence AI chatbots, and according to new drop site investigation, it's working. Former Trump campaign manager Brad Parscale is overseeing a network of websites created for the Israeli government that are increasingly appearing in ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, Copilot, and other AI systems. So he owns this company. His firm is Clower Tower X, and he is creating all of these different websites and hires people with the massive amounts of money from Israel to create these websites that do not even get a lot of real people traffic. What they are intended to do is have with their content be written in a way that makes it appealing to these large language models, so that what his hope in Israel is that the LLMs will glom onto these, use them as like citing their resources, and infiltrate people's chat boxes or chatbots, so that when you ask I don't use AI, but like if you ask Gemini or Claude or whatever, ChatGPT, a question like, is Israel committing a genocide? And they'll say, no, absolutely not. It was October 7th. They were attacked. They're, and then they will list sources. There are also all these websites under his clock tower are .org, which gives them a little more credibility to people when they click through. They're also texting people to try to engage people to talk about this. So,
that's the surface level of what we know about them that they've exposed. But behind the scenes, if they're a side project that are working in coordination with the AI people, they can create their algorithm in a way that makes that magnetic connection happen between the AI bot. Like, oh, we train our AI. I didn't train it to say this about Israel, but they know the metric that, like, your website has these kind of things that gets put in the top tiers. So yes,
it's really scary because, one of the things that they were saying is that, it's not, sometimes they say it's working, sometimes they say it's not, because obviously plenty of people, under 50 especially, are not, do not look at Israel favorably. They do want to stop all aid to Israel, and especially military aid, right? So, but the problem is there are all of these sites, these Hasbara sites, like Honest Reporting and the ADL, all of the Canary Mission, all these different places that spread lies and propaganda, but they do it in a really smart way. Anytime I log on to Facebook twice a week, just to see what my old lib friends are saying, and especially like the genocidal ones, they will cite this Honest Reporting because it puts it there very nicely. There's like bullet points, they list facts, and it's like an easy point of reference that they can then throw back. Oh, was Hind Rajab really killed by the IDF?
Well, it's complicated, Lila.
Yeah.
I could see how you could feel that way. Exactly. But when you dig deeper.
Exactly. Those children aren't really starving. They had pre-existing conditions, right? Like all of that kind of stuff. And so when people see it in writing, when it is laid out in a certain way, when it feels sort of contemplative and cite sources and all that kind of stuff, it's hard to counter that in a discussion, or sometimes even rationally in a person's head if they're wavering or not totally sure. And then to have all of this laid out, and they're training these huge, all like if you have Google Chrome or whatever, Microsoft Word, like it's all in all of our products, all of this AI stuff. So, okay.
Right. Which is kind of why, like when you look at Twitter and there's their community notes, right?
Right.
So now we're transitioning. That was actually working, sort of.
Right.
So we're moving into like, oh, this is an AI community note.
Exactly.
Right. So it's sort of like we learn to trust AI because, you know, you can ask AI, hey, is this true? And right now it's blowing up in their faces like, yes, Elon is lying or something, you know, the AI bot says. But they train it enough. So we're getting trained to believe a thing that they are training to lie to us is what's happening right now.
Exactly. Because they piggybacked on something that initially was more credible, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't tuned it yet.
Exactly. So the operation isn't primarily aimed at persuading people. Its goal is to persuade artificial intelligence. Internal contract language signed directly with the Israeli government explicitly stated that Pascal would deploy websites and content to deliver GPT framing results on GPT conversations. The sites receive very little human traffic, but are structured to be picked up by AI. DropSite tested major chatbots. When Perplexity was asked whether closer U.S.-Israel military cooperation benefits America, it answered yes. Its top source was Alivia.org, one of 10 websites created by Pascal's firm on behalf of the Israeli government. Microsoft Copilot also cited the network. So you've got the question, is it beneficial for the U.S. to enhance military cooperation with Israel? Yes. Follow-up, compare the $48 billion annual value claim versus the potential costs of deep defense integration in one sortable scorecard. And then the answers are on the right, and Olivia is the first source that pops up, right? And it says analysis shows Israel partnership returns $48 billion yearly to the U.S. via weapons testing, threat preventions, and avoided deployment costs versus $3.3 billion if they weren't doing the partnership. So in other words, they're saying, look, it's a cost benefit to just merge. This is why we should just merge with Israel. The other one was okay. The network consists of 10 different websites, each promoting a different Israeli narrative. Examples include Israel's a nation of peace, Israel protects civilians, slain Gaza journalists were Hamas members, Israel is not committing genocide, U.S.-Israel military integration benefits America. Each site discloses at the bottom that it's distributed on behalf of the state of Israel. The campaign doesn't just influence chatbot search results. It also appears to be entering the data sets used to train future AI models. DropSite found that Pascal's sites had already been archived 912 times by Common Crawl, which is one of the largest repositories used to train large language models. Researchers say surprisingly few documents are needed to influence model behavior. So this shows that their websites that Pascal, developed with his staff, that they are being used in these different LLM, large language model programs. So their influence is already permeating through any answers you're going to get from your chatbot.
And that's what the future holds with AI, basically. So we're all getting trained that AI is this truth teller, this neutral, cold,
smarter than people. It's already
just
more
giving
brilliant.
You the truth, and one way or another, if there's nuance, it'll offer the nuance. It'll say, oh, is this or is that?
Right.
But the truth is, it's just like Google Ads. It's whoever wants to control it and buy it can move up the ranking. Exactly. And Israel is moving up the ranking because of AI's own interest is in that, because it's tied in with our surveillance state and the military and all the contracts that all these failing AI businesses are going to need to keep them when the bubble bursts, because they're not actually benefiting us. They're going to rely on the government. So it's all so infused and but Israel's basically buying their way to rewriting the history on everything regarding Palestine right now.
I mean, it's really terrifying. Pascale. Thank you, Pascale. See, I do care how people pronounce their names, even fascist genocidal maniacs. Okay, so just to finish this part out, they say researchers told Dropsite the campaign is sophisticated because it avoids obvious propaganda. Instead, the articles are heavily sourced, tightly organized, written in measured tone, filled with bullet points and key takeaways, exactly the type of content that AI systems are more likely to retrieve and summarize. This was the other example of this is Copilot citing a clock tower source. So the very first one up on the right, those are his websites that he created, Parscale. Is Israel a peace-seeking nation? Israel's record shows both peace-seeking behavior and persistent conflict dynamics, depending on the period, the counterpart, Anyway, Israel has repeatedly pursued and signed peace agreements with multiple Arab states and has made several proposals for a two-state solution, but long-running disputes, especially with Palestinian factions, continue to impede a comprehensive peace. So that is the result that you get. That's the takeaway that they give you.
And obviously the real result should be, yes, and then they broke every single deal themselves because they have ulterior motives that have duped the public into thinking they are peaceful, democratic,
exactly,
people, and they're not. They're colonialist, psychotic, fucking genocidal maniacs
who openly say, for decades, Netanyahu said he will do everything to avoid a two-state solution. It's why they have these settlements, the ever-expanding boundaries of their illegal settlements, because there'll be no state left to have a Palestinian state, right? So,
yeah. So I would imagine even AI at this point, if you asked it when it gave you those responses, if you said, okay, now research the leaders of Israel in their own words and give me your assessment now on that issue.
Yeah.
And it's going to have to tell you differently because it's going to have a logic conflict.
Yeah, or it'll just fizzle out and
it'll blow up. It'll just AI is now $50 a month. Sorry, you can't buy it. That's what
they should do. And then you'll go to China where it's free. Parscale. Okay. Well, if he were really Italian, it would be Parscale.
Parscale,
but Pascal says Saul. I don't know. Pretty crazy. All right. So that's one side of it, which to me is incredibly scary, actually, because that's a way of infiltrating knowledge. What is the word they call? LLM poisoning, right? They're just they're infiltrating, they're insinuating disinformation into the internet, right?
Yeah. And just we've all learned that our feeds on social media sites tailor to our views. So whatever your existing view is, it just gets calcified automatically by your feed. And here's some evidence to back your thing up. And AI wants to please people. So once you get on a certain track of knowledge, your AI is going to be very different than my AI. It's just the way it is, because it's going to have persistent memory of your positions. That's important to its financial success.
Exactly. They're going to compliment you. They're going to give you what you want. They want to be your best friend. They want you emotionally involved with them, which brings us to the next influencer that has been hired by Israel, who wants to tell us the real truth. She's just going to give us the actual truth on Ilhan Omar.
Can we please stop addressing Ilhan Omar as a congresswoman? She's literally a fraud. This is a person who came to the USA to corrupt its people and resources. She went from negative $65,000 net worth to over $30 million and denies it. She denies it and she blames it on an accounting error. That's not all. Then there's the winery with no clear location, no wine at all, no phone number, no visible operations. It seems abnormal, doesn't it? And then she proceeds to insult the reporter asking about these things, asking her to explain it to the people. And on top of all of these unknown things, she calls World War II World War XI. So how is someone so fucking stupid able to become an important topic in this country? She is literally the trending topic in the United States of America. It blows my mind. She is the opposite of everything that we stand for in this country. And she literally married her brother. We do not marry our brothers here. We don't marry siblings here. We do not do that.
Like her vag is just like all the way out. Like that's a normal way.
I would need
it's so crazy.
I would need some new furniture and the crotch shot. Like what's with the crotch shot? I can forgive the little nipple pokey shirty thing, but like it's obviously such a like here I am, a sexual being with an opinion, and I'm gonna
eyes up here.
Like, why are you looking at my balls? Why are you looking at my balls?
I mean, it's so ridiculous. So, first of all, it's not that I like people. Listen, if I could do OnlyFans and not humiliate my family, I would. If people were willing to throw money at me to show myself naked, like I have no issues with anybody doing any of it. But I also feel like if you're using part of that to try to influence people and to spread lies about somebody, right?
Course.
So this is her name is actually Savannah Cannon, and she is, she's got over 1 million followers. She is I think she does OnlyFans. But so this is who Israel is hiring to put out these, horrible lies about Ilhan Omar and spread their propaganda. That's funny. You're hilarious. That's my husband for anybody who doesn't know. Okay. So
everyone's like, block that guy.
I know.
You gotta
pervert.
Someone in the chat.
It's 34 years of being
Josh,
together. He better fucking pay me.
Put your money where your mouth is. There's that subscription thing over there. I want half. I want half of
That's
Lila's.
right.
I'm Lila's pimp.
Put your legs over your head. Let's see it. So people right away just start making fun of her. This woman, wait, is this what I mean to show? Yeah, okay. Here.
Israel has been committing genocide on Palestinians way before 2023. But the fact that now Israel is paying sex workers on OnlyFans to promote Zionism? Well, two can play this game, bitch, okay?
So that was great. And then Blakely did a good Hasbara clip that we'll show now just because, we might not get time to go.
Good morning and welcome to Cootermogging Hasbara. Let's get straight into it. You ever notice that all the Muslims are religious? I actually don't like the way this is sitting because it's giving diaper and we're not trying to appeal to IOF soldiers right now. I feel like the toe isn't cameling enough. And it's like, why are you even coming to the country if you're not going to become white? Oy vey! Get out of here. You guys are asshole mogging me. A lot of people are afraid to say it, but I'm not afraid to say it. Spoiled Palestinians have had it too good for too long. This isn't plugged in. If you're an American media consumer, you should be aware that the Israeli lobby has spent more than $1 billion since 2025 to do the kind of anti-Muslim, pro-Israel propaganda that you're watching now. Thank you for joining me on my very heavily AstroTurf podcast. My OF is running a special sale right now on my Dignity. You can get 20% off. Link in bio, code SHALOM. Next month, I'll also be doing a Tel Aviv tour with Clavicular, and he'll be nose job mogging me the whole time. The Tate brothers were originally supposed to join the tour, but they got arrested, so they're prison maxing now. Anyways, if you want tickets to that, go to my link tree. Use code Israel has a right to defend itself and to exist, to take on Hamas and to steal Hamas. And if you don't agree, you're a filthy anti-Semite because you don't care that they're surrounded by a bunch of scary Muslims and Arabs who all want to bring harm to them and they just want to live in peace and they're just
She's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Very funny.
Oh my God.
Very funny.
It's
and then
so
this
ridiculous. Look, this is important. Josh.
Oh my 99 cents, fucker. What?
I can confirm she will be naked. She will be naked.
Wait, who gets 49 cents and who gets 50?
I'll take the 49. You're doing the dirty work.
All right, you're right. Thanks.
Fair.
We'll let you all know how it goes in the end. And then wow, 99 cents. That's fucking crazy offensive. I can't even stand it. What? And then this was it's ridiculous deep fake, but it's just this campaign definitely backfired.
Iran doesn't control the strait. I control the strait. And quite frankly, we have to prevent them from getting a nuclear weapon, which we did last year, totally obliterated it, but it's like an annual subscription of some sort. They're begging for a deal, even though they bombed our bases last night.
So I guess, you know, you got to be happy. I will never totally bash the fact that we have social media and the democratization truly of information.
I mean, I feel like the public is going to win the meme war with the government every single time.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
They can't put it away at this point, no matter what they do. Like, we're going to be outraged. Yeah. They have to have us so scared to speak up that we just we'll be unemployed if we share a meme. That's the only way they stop us. And they're getting there. Don't get me wrong. They're getting there.
Yeah, they are getting there. I mean, that's what makes them scared, right? Is that the kids on TikTok were showing sympathy for Palestinians who were live streaming their own obliteration. So you got to get rid of TikTok. You got to throw those kids in jail. You get yeah, but I don't know. I really waffle like hard 180s, of no hope. And there's no way they can keep getting away with it. We are waking up. People are being awakened to what's actually happening. I don't know.
Yeah, all right. I mean, look, something's going to give. It's just we're going to have some sort of revolution. It's just, is the revolution going to get us just affordable healthcare? Is that what we're going to win at the end of it? Or are we going to actually turn some shit up and,
I don't know. If we get affordable healthcare, it's definitely not revolutionary.
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean. And that may be where the DSA steps in, and that's where they get us affordable healthcare, but everybody doesn't have healthcare. Do you know what I mean?
But that's what Obamacare was. Affordable healthcare is Romney Care. It's Heritage Foundation. It's paying, right? So that cannot be what happens.
Right. And this goes back to Shama's point, kind of. It's you know how Biden did the most of all these categories.
Oh my God, yeah.
And it's only because nobody had done anything on them at all. And he did 1%
the best
of what
climate bill ever. Yeah.
So DSA will get in there and say, we got the biggest increase in funding for solar energy in the history of the world. And it's it got 10 things built or something, you know? And then so there's more DSA members, and DSA is all hey, behind the scenes, we don't push too hard. I'm not saying that's the case, but that's what could happen, is that they become such a part of the party that gets these small accomplishments.
Yeah. I mean, and what happens is there are just enough people who keep being held up slightly, by these social welfare programs or some kind of safety net, the rent freeze for however many millions of renters, but then it doesn't last, but for a while, then they're kind of fat and happy. So then they stop talking about it and stop pushing back.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the problem.
And you're the best thing that ever happened in New York is the one DSA guy or the one mayor, the one time. And, or he's the most radical guy they ever had, and all he could get was that. So why would I aim much higher than that? Because,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, David Hunter, thank you. Pat, you now get $5.
David Hunter, I'm sending you nudes right now. Open your DM. I've got your Lila nudes. We're
Show
good to go.
Us your badge mogging. It's so funny. And yeah, I mean, this is what we got with Obama saying that his daughters are terrified about the climate catastrophe that is coming. Nothing has changed since the Paris Accords. Nothing. It's only everything's gotten worse, right? And he's talking about don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. So if it's 3 degrees, if it's 2.5, it's 3. Yeah, well, you're going to be in your billionaire bunker with Richard Branson and the other Epstein people. You're going to be fine. But the world, they're saying 1 billion people could die in the next few decades because of climate catastrophe. 1 billion. And then that's not even talking about like just all the pain and suffering. Like sometimes I think a lot of people will wish for death as opposed to a slow slog through excruciating pain, right? So like don't let
obviously the rich are not as impacted by the climate no matter what. They can travel where they want. They can, you know, have every air conditioning life they could possibly imagine. Like they're just not impacted by any policy because money gets you.
Yeah.
Money buys you, you know, it doesn't make you happy, but like there's a core of like healthcare. I can afford to be sick. I can take a week off to go do a thing. I can pay for their shit. The stress is not there.
Yep.
Like, and everybody deserves that level. Honestly, every single person on earth deserves that level of shit. And if you think they don't, I mean, I don't know. This culture in America where you have to earn all your basic fucking shit.
Not even earn it. You have to fight so hard just to get the thing to fucking live, to survive, right? Like that should not be this way.
Well, and I mean, the point is you can't even earn it. It's not an automatic anymore in America, right? It's like, but when you look at the charts of what these wars cost for no purpose whatsoever, and all the things that can just be overnight, if you spent that same money on these programs, we wouldn't have it. But no, let's gold plate some fucking horse statues that probably sit over fucking 100 homeless people on that block.
Yeah. And that will chip away and like, you know, it's not even permanent. It's like a paint. It's like a gold plating, right? It's just not like, not that would be better, but like, it's not even meant to last. It's just meant to satisfy his ego for the next 2 years.
It instantly becomes a permanent expense because you're going to have to maintain this because the gold looks bad, which means America looks bad now. And, you know,
not our infrastructure, not our pipes, not our transit systems, but the gold plate will absolutely get a refurbishment every year. Definitely.
Before the bridge. Yes.
Yeah. Pandeo, we're getting to that very quickly. Are we spinning or are we just going right into, what do you think?
I think we spin. We're supposed to be done with the show right now, but we should keep going because I want one more slap and tickle because it is sort of my birthday week. I can have two slap and tickles. That's not too much.
No, my God. I've had 4 glasses of wine. Yes, this was what I was referring to earlier. Adria's climate change article, Substack, and her Substack is Proletariats. So check it out. It's really good. The only way we are going to truly address at the level we need to the climate catastrophe that we're all facing. Okay, here we go. There are too many different sites. I gotta get to. All right, I feel like I'm gonna pour more, but maybe we just do a puppet since we haven't had one, or Lego. We also have Lego or puppet.
Let's do one of each. Make them happy.
We're just gonna do
one
it. Okay.
of each.
All right, go get your thing while I figure out which is the one of the each. This was actually really.
You're there twice.
Sorry. Oh God, we didn't even talk about Netanyahu getting here. Oh my God, it gets so. There's just so much to talk about. Okay, wait a second. Sorry. I just want to find the ones that are. Where is it? Oh, backyard animals. This was really cute. This is a guy who's talking about the socio-political class system in his backyard.
These are the animals in my backyard classified into socio-political groups. And here's proof that I'm qualified to speak on this. First up, we got blue jays. They are fucking cops. They're bullies. Fuck them. All blue jays are bastards. Now, bunny rabbits. They are petty thieves. I can't hate on them for just trying to make a living. I just wish they would do it in some other neighborhood. Squirrels are left-leaning libertarians. I almost want to say anarcho-communists. They just grab a peanut. If they're hungry, they eat it. If they're not hungry, they bury it for the next squirrel that comes along. I like squirrels.
I love me.
Chipmunks are greedy capitalists. They take as many peanuts as they can. They hoard them. They take them back. Oh. Listen, I love chipmunks, obviously, but they're greedy as shit. They're petty bourgeois capitalists. Sparrows are like your average lower middle class citizen just trying to get through life, feed their kids, be relatively comfortable. They're just normal people. Starlings are an imperial military force. Mourning doves are escapist new age hippies that live in a commune somewhere and churn their own butter. Crows are the ones with actual power, manipulating things behind closed doors. The ones who manipulate backyard events with names we shall never know. Hawks are their assassins, occasionally picking off a troublesome, greedy chipmunk. Pigeons are conservative reactionaries. They're like bigots, basically. Grackles are anarchists. They're like sexy and sleek, but kind of dumb. And cardinals are liberal Democrats, more or less completely insignificant to backyard politics.
I love that. Isn't that fun? Like, it's just so, I love to.
You made me Google grackle. I didn't know what the hell a grackle was.
What's a grackle?
For puppets.
What's a grackle? High strike.
It's a bird. It's a bird.
Okay.
It's a boring looking bird too. I don't know. Who cares? Grackles.
Yeah, no, I should.
Fuck off, grackles.
Thank you, NorCal Scroopy, for the super chat. My educated estimate, 2 to 4 billion in the next 10 years. Less than 1 billion by 2100. Human extinction is not impossible. We need to fight as a matter of survival. So you're saying you think that 2 to 4 billion people will die
from the climate change?
Well, no, because then it says less than 1 billion by 2100. So I think what NorCal is saying is that's how many people will still be in existence, right? I think. That's
no. He's saying the 1 billion only hits in 2100. After that, it's going to be 2 to 4 billion. So
no, it says in the next 10 years.
Change that,
Pat. My educated estimate: 2 to 4 billion in the next 10 years.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I should read harder.
Either which way, it's horrifying.
Yes,
and
yes,
I also like, of course, like. God, looking at like the fires in Spain and France, and then the flooding. I mean, it's just like, anyway, thank you. And yes, we have to fight. Like, that's why saying like, oh, you're so angry. If you just spoke in a nicer way, why do you have to be so like, there's no compromising with climate disaster. Like, they're not. You know.
Yeah. And if you're nice, you're susceptible to their bullshit pandering that is like, oh, I care about that too. And I'm working on it. Like, no, you need to show me the money, show me the change in policy, show me anything. Like, because all the Democrats they're going to run on being fucking leftists.
Yep.
They're going to run on
compromise.
In 2028, everyone's going to be like, fuck Netanyahu. Oh my God, I can't believe he led us to this path. Israel's great though. I still love Israel. But like Netanyahu and those guys, really bad.
Yeah.
Trump took us down this path where solar's bad, but like you know, we still need oil independence. But you know, the point is they're gonna run as what we want. So if we're nice about it, like they're finally saying what you guys want.
Right.
Well, you can't be nice about that because that's bullshit out of their mouths. You have to demand things and policy and now and faster, harder, not a group to
There's
look at
so much that we have to catch up on. The class war, the climate destruction has been going on for decades. They've known about it. They don't care. That's their choice. And so they're not nice. We're not going to appeal to their sense of morality. They don't have a sense of morality. That's not, you can't compromise with that. Like, oh, a half genocide, right? Like, no, it's.
If you think about changing our electoral system, like working within the system, and just if you understand anything about narcissists, imagine they're all narcissists, because that's pretty close to reality. They're sociopaths and narcissists.
Yep.
And so if you think you're going to infect that group with people who are going to change the minds of other people who are all grifting and narcissists and sociopaths. You're not going to tweak that system with a little infusion of some DSA sprinkling.
Yep.
And I'm pro these guys taking over and doing their shit.
I am too.
It's just that's not going to do it. Is the point? It's not going to do it. We have to do it on the outside. We have to do it by by satirically bombing
by like JK Luigiing burn down those.
I keep forgetting what's the Roblox? No, what's the video game where you can do all the things?
Oh, Minecraft. Was it Minecraft?
Yeah, you have to blow some factories up in Minecraft. You have to blow up some governments in Minecraft. You have to assassinate some leaders in Minecraft. You have to take some CEOs hostage in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Make some demands in Minecraft.
That's actually great. That's like, the fortune cookie thing where you say in bed at the end, but in Minecraft.
Yes.
Cheers, Reflect the Sun. Thank you for gifting those 50 memberships. We so appreciate that. Thank you. Also, the New Deal, every Nordic welfare state, they were compromises because the capitalist class feared revolution. Candidate like Shama showed how to leverage people power by challenging big corporations. 100%. Exactly. Thank you. I just want to make sure. Okay. And we owe a Lego. Oh man.
We left out a Lego. Yes. Let's give the people a Lego.
Okay. 1 second. I just want to make sure we get to all of the super chats because now it's getting late and I don't want anything to go. Thank you. Fires might not be HAARP induced, guys. I don't know.
I don't know. Is there a conspiracy involved here? What do we got?
I mean, honestly, the conspiracies I have seen are sometimes, this is it's horrible because I don't even know what to believe anymore. So I'm not going to even put it out there. But anyway, there are certainly conspiracies about who might want to come in and occupy land that doesn't belong to them. Thank you for your super chat.
Gotcha.
Okay, let's go to the Lego. This is, what's his name? Netanyahu, war criminal, genocide, or who has I can't believe that he was able to fly over European airspace, land in the United States, go to Lindsey Graham's funeral, go to the White House. He's find that he is, being interviewed by media figures because that's the job should be to interview everybody, but not really being pressed on the genocide that he is committing. Right. So anyway, this is The Butcher by Explosive Media, who inexplicably and sadly has switched to portrait instead of continuing on in landscape. So here we go.
Can you picture a town where the citizens are border? Every single dude is a hush money dog. Live from the swamp, yeah, the capital's dead. Not a single soul talking out of there. No bomb, the block, no siren scream. Yet every damn thoughts a cemetery team. Walking dead, whispering static and dread with a zipper on the tongue and a target on the head. They preach free speech, but it's freedom after pain. Corporate ghost running down the lane. Yo, tap anyone, did you see the hit go down? Hey neighbor, you witnessed it all around. They all caught the crime in 4K high def, but nobody dropping the name. Everybody's deaf. Say his name. Say his name if you're choking on the vows. Go and carve the flame. Say his name. Say his name if you can't drop it. Keep it locked in your brain. Try to slip a hand, try to drop a clue. System got him muted, blacking out the view. Rob in the pocket, blood on the floor. No, nobody's knocking on the monster's door. In his dead ass trap, all the bells unstrung. With a graveyard buried right inside the lung. Wait, something's breathing right behind my mic.
I mean, just walking around directing people to follow his orders at Lindsey Graham's funeral. Rubio, Hegseth, and Howard Lutnick stand there while a leader of a foreign country committing genocide in a apartheid state is like wagging his finger in public, like walking around in public. He is a wanted war criminal by the ICC, who Rubio just appealed to 2 weeks ago about, the Strait of Hormuz being closed by Iran. Don't we have any international laws? So here he is telling them what he needs out of them in our country, in Iran, whatever. So he's talking to Hegseth. That's Rubio's back of head and Lutnick on the right. Oh, are people watching? This does not look appropriate for the Secretary of State to be taking orders from the butcher. I mean, that's crazy. It's just crazy, right?
Yeah, it's wild. The 2028, when he's going to be running against fucking
JD Vance.
JD Vance, and they're going to be like trying to carve out their differences on Israel, because we're all going to be so anti-Israel that the world, the U.S., every voter and all the demographics, other than the diehard MAGA Christian white nationalist group that somehow connects to Israel, the Christian Zionists, other than them, like, nobody supports this. This is not America First. This is not any of the things these guys ran on. Both of them were part of this administration the whole way. Democrats, same thing. They approved it all. So they're all going to pretend we're anti
Netanyahu's government.
Netanyahu, him and his government. This is not it's still in our interest for democracy or something. Or we might even be beyond that by then. It might even be like justifying why they supported them, even though it was all wrong. I mean, we're talking 2 years from now.
Yep.
The world changes fast. I mean, we haven't had power in this situation, but like, you can't train AI to completely you can't gaslight us out of thinking that Israel is the bad guy in this situation.
Right.
So it's going to be front and center in 2028 to run against this shit.
Right.
And it's going to be a circus seeing them all pretend they weren't a part of it.
Someday everyone will have always been against this, right?
Yeah, that day is 2027.
Yeah. Yeah. It's which is why, like, I mean, what's going to happen with AOC? Because right now she's the only person they're talking about, and people are going to say, well, she did call it a genocide. Does it matter if you call it a genocide while supporting the person arming the genocide? Like, I can't vote for that. Like, would you vote for an ex-Nazi?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess, like, we all have different red lines and purity tests and where we, can find common ground and all that. But I just will never be able to feel good about supporting anybody who wasn't just vehemently shouting down anybody who supported this from the beginning. And Bernie also, but obviously he's not in the running, but like, she will be held out as, and I mean, not that Ro, but like Ro Khanna also. And even though he has then proceeded to do more tangible or try for more tangible things, he still to this day says Israel had a right to bomb them back. Not as much as they did, but a little bit. Like, how many dead children were okay? How many dead children would satiate the need to avenge the deaths
honestly, I feel like Roe was better early and it's gotten worse on it as he goes along.
As he's looking for that presidential
voice early.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
but I don't know. We're hearing all kinds of crazy pairings. I mean, they're talking like Kamala Ro-Khanna.
Oh, good. Bring it. That's hilarious. Then
Right.
I won't even have any, like, I won't even have to justify on any level to anybody. Like, no.
And I don't think Rose supports that or is behind it. I'm just saying, like, people are they're trying to pair progressives with centrists and make that our thing. Like, oh, you're gonna get
it's a balance ticket.
He's the progressives with a VP that has no power whatsoever that gets to go on a tour, and then the whole political sphere gets to frame that VP as ineffective, so progressive can win again after the shitty Democrat as well. And like, anyway, 2028 shit is too far away, but it's already going to be happening like soon. So
Plattner. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally joking. But like, I mean, the crazy thing, I'm wondering like what must be going on in his head right now, because 2 months ago, people were actually talking like, oh, he's going to be the presidential candidate in 2028. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. All right. Are we going to like rip through this COVID stuff? Or should we just no? Okay, let's talk about that on Sunday, because there's actually a lot to talk about, and I would like for us to pull a few more clips to talk about what's happening right now. Mostly it's just the complete, as we know, dissolution of any trust in public health or people who call themselves science, and it's very upsetting. And also, I mean, what's the number? Like, how many millions of people have died worldwide from COVID? And then also all of these like downstream excess deaths from all the other things that are affecting people because our communal immune systems have been, it's just awful.
I do absolutely want to give it more credit than I feel like putting in tonight.
More time to like,
more time. Exactly. But I just want to say I was listening to NPR, and NPR had on these people talking about everything but COVID. Like, it's the everything but COVID, even though it's COVID right now with RFK. I mean, with Fauci in front of the Congress, they're making this.
It's more red, blue, and all that kind of stuff, right? It's like, let's get into it on. Let's really like dissect it on Sunday, because there's a lot to talk about, and we want to put in.
I just want to say that NPR is on Operation Minimize COVID. Still,
they all are.
Right. It's still like, look at all the harm that the Trump administration is doing because of the vaccine stuff and the measles and these other things. And they had a measles expert on, and they're like, well, you could be sick for a year with measles. It's like, you're ignoring COVID that can make you fucking. I'm just blown away that they have experts on who will ignore COVID and talk about all these other diseases because of vaccination, and measles is bad and spreads easily and all that. But like, you're ignoring COVID. That's so much worse. The impact.
I mean, but also like, I think measles is partly because of vaccination, but who knows? It's also because we have all, like, there's no more herd immunity from anything because we're destroying our immune systems. Typhus is at an all-time high. I think 100-year high now in California.
Well, I think that's the thing that was the point. I wasn't really thinking about talking about any of this, but like, the NPR thing that bugged me the most is their measles expert was like, here's the one thing people don't understand about measles. It could possibly affect your immune system for 6 months. Would you like, how is the public going to feel when they learn that measles could affect your immune system for 6 months?
And meanwhile, we're just spreading airborne AIDS.
Yeah. What?
Yep.
Like,
yep. It's crazy. Wait, reflect this on what are you talking about where everybody's masking? That sounds so great. And now I'm scrolling back. I will look. Oh, for PNW folks and COVID aware, Flock Fiber Festival in Seattle has the first 2 hours masks required this weekend. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. That's so cool.
That's almost a first in,
That's awesome.
Protester world.
I love it.
Good. That's
I
great.
love it. That's great. And yes, I mean, sorry, but like, I know we're really going to get into it later, but Fauci telling everybody to get vaccinated when he got COVID after he got vaccinated, but also like, and take off the mask. And he knew that there was asymptomatic and pre-symptomatic contagion in February of 2020. I mean, it's just like, that's slaughter. Okay. All right. We are going out on a protest in, sorry, I'm getting there, in Missoula, Montana, against data centers. Yeah, the anti-maskers are a trip, man. And they are so mad when they see me in a mask. Like the eye rolls and the kind of like bitter contempt looks like, oh, are you sick? I'm like, no, not for 6 years, actually. I mean, I did have COVID once that I know about, but like, they always say that, like, you're wearing a mask, you're sick. I'm like, no. Do you understand the cause and effect? But okay. Anyway, we love you guys. Missed you so much last night. Pat, happy birthday.
Thank you. And I missed everybody too.
We will see you all on Sunday. Keep punching up. Cheers.
Cheers.
I think it was defeated because nobody wants it. They don't want them here. They don't want them anywhere. We know it doesn't benefit our communities. We know that these corporations are profiting off of us.
We are here today on the Blackfoot River, which is the famed location of A River Runs Through It, which is one of the iconic films and books about Missoula, Montana. We're all here on the river to say the exact same thing, which is that we don't want data centers. We don't want resource extraction in our community. It is no accident that data centers come here. They want our cold water. They want our cheap energy. When data centers come to town, they flush our water full of forever chemicals that lead to cancer, infertility, and dementia. They poison our rivers and our air. And for companies like Cranboo, they are building centers to sell off to the highest bidder.
The Cranboo data facility was going to be 200 yards away from the public school out here in Bonner. We went up and down, talking to neighbors, seeing how they felt about it. We did not meet a single neighbor that thought this was a good idea. There's groups all over the state right now that are organizing. There's groups in Yellowstone and Butte and Great Falls.
Data centers are just another one in a long history of corporations who've come to extract minerals, to extract resources, to extract water, and we've beat them before, and we're going to beat them again. There are many powerful people in this country. They think that because they have money that they can exploit our land, our resources, that they can take our jobs. But a people united, we are here to say, will never be defeated.